Alright, what's up, guys? So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to be picking the NFL Super Bowl champions. So, yeah, let's get right into this. So, to start off with, we'll go with the Dolphins heading to Buffalo. So, the Dolphins, Tua's not even going to play, so that's an easy pick for me. The Bills, they're a really good team this year. I think they got it in the bag. So, we got Baltimore at Cincinnati. Now, this is going to be a tough one because at the moment, we don't know if Lamar is going to play yet. But even if, I think it would be a closer game if Lamar played, I still think the Bengals would take that. Which, yeah. So, now this one's more of a tough one. This is going to be the first playoff game. Or actually, I think this is the second one. My bad. This one, it's going to be relatively close, I know earlier in the year, the Jags actually beat the Chargers. Pretty bad, I'm pretty sure. So, and at the same time, the Chargers, their wide receiver just got hurt, Mike Williams. So, I think the Jags will do an upset. Well, even though the Chargers are the 5th seed, I still think the Chargers are supposed to win that game. And I think the Jags will make an upset. So, yeah. All right. Anyways. So, we would do the Jags at Kansas City. And obviously, I think Kansas City has that in the bag. Now, this one's a little bit tough, all right? The Bengals at Buffalo. It's going to be a really hard game, I'm pretty sure that... Okay, so I think... Okay, sorry. So, the Bills, they're a really good team. And Josh Allen's been playing pretty good. They've all had pretty good football. But the Bengals have just been on a tear recently. That's a really hard game to pick. I think I got to give the edge to the Bills, though, because it's at Buffalo. I really like Cincinnati in this, but I think it's going to be a close game. I think it might even go into overtime. And I think since it will go into overtime, I think the Josh Allen curse of overtime, he'll get over it this year, and he'll make it to the conference championship. So, now let's go to the NFC real quick. We'll get to this game in a minute. We'll do, first off, the Seahawks at San Francisco. I think if there's one team that could beat the 49ers right now, it would be the Seahawks. The Seahawks, they just got a really good win. And they're in the same division. They've already played them twice. And it's very hard for a team to win 3 times in a row against another team. Now, does that mean I'm going to take them? No. I still think the 49ers are going to win. I might have just hyped them up for no reason. But, okay. This game... Now, the Giants at Minnesota. This is a very hard game to pick. I really want to say the Vikings, but at the same time, I really think that the Giants could win and make an upset here. But you also got to look at the stats. The Vikings, right now, they're 11-0 in one-score games, and the Giants have the most one-score games besides them, I'm pretty sure, in the league. So, I don't know. It's really hard to pick between these two. I will probably give it to the Vikings, though, just because I think the Vikings, they're a really good team, and they got probably the best receiver in the NFL, which helps them. But I think that'll be a really close game. So, yeah, okay. Now we got Dallas at Tampa Bay. Now, I'm a Cowboys fan, first off, so you already probably know who I'm going to pick. But... if you look at the stat sheet, this should be an easy win for the Cowboys, all right? You should always pick the Cowboys here. But the thing about it is there's multiple scenarios where the Cowboys could lose. So the Cowboys could lose just because, 1, it's Tom Brady. 2, they choke in playoffs. 3, it's the Cowboys. Nobody wants the Cowboys to win. Everybody's rooting for Tampa Bay here probably. But, okay, I think the Cowboys are going to win because, for 1, they're a good team. If they just play up to their potential, I think they should win. Now, I don't know if they will, but their talent on their team should make them win. Now, at the same time, the Bucks, they are injured right now. There actually has a little, flu or whatever. I don't know if it's a flu, but it's like a cold. There's a cold going around in Tampa Bay because Julio Jones and Mike Evans were out last week with illness. So that could play a factor too. So for those reasons, I am picking the Cowboys. Now, you got the I'll get to this in a sec, okay? You got the Vikings at San Francisco. This is going to be a really good game. The Vikings, like I just said, have the best receiver in the NFL. The 49ers probably have the best team overall in the NFL. And this is probably going to be a weird one for you guys. You guys might not agree with this, but I think the Vikings will get the upset over them. And hear me out before you click off the video, all right? So, I think the Vikings will win this because the 49ers have a rookie QB. Now, the rookie QB has been playing unbelievable football, okay? He's been playing like a veteran QB, but he's a rookie, and I think the pressure will start to get to him. Now, obviously, it's not a one-man team, but the QB is the most important position, and if he's not playing up to his position, however you want to say it, then you can't necessarily win a game. And even though their defense is unbelievable, I think Justin Jefferson will have a really good game because their pass rush is really good, but all Kirk Cousins does is just throw the ball up to Justin Jefferson. And Justin Jefferson makes the impossible look normal. So I think the Vikings will make the upset there. Now, the Cowboys at Philadelphia. This is going to be a hard one because the Cowboys have played Philadelphia 2 times this year. One time they won, and that was when the Vikings had Gardner Minshew, that was when the Eagles had Gardner Minshew playing QB. And the Eagles beat the Cowboys earlier in the year, and that was when Dak wasn't playing. So, this is going to be the first time that we get to see the actual Cowboys play the actual Eagles. Now, you can go into depth and whatnot and see all the injuries. The Cowboys, their starting second cornerbacks hurt. You can go to the Eagles. I'm pretty sure their second best defensive tackles hurt. So you can just go into specifics, look at their actual injuries. It's all pretty close, okay? It's pretty tight there. So I don't know. It's a really hard choice here. I think it'll come down to coaching in this one, and I don't know. The defensive coach for the Cowboys is really good. Our other coaches are not so much. So I think this is what everybody wants. I think I gotta pick the Eagles here. So yeah, I'm upset with that. That really hurts to put that there, but yeah, okay. So now we'll go back to the AFC. We'll switch it up for you guys. Bills at Kansas City. But if this were to happen, it would be played in the Falcons Stadium. They just released this today, which for you guys, it will be yesterday. But they just released this, and it will be played in the Falcons Stadium. So there will be no home field advantage. It's just straight Kansas City versus the Bills. Now, you can go into depth again about every single position. I mean, Mahomes versus Josh Allen. That's the matchup you want to see here. So, who do I think will win? I think this will come down to a very close game, as it always does. These two teams are unbelievable. I don't know what else I can say about it. I mean, you got probably the best quarterback in the entire NFL going up against probably the best quarterback in the NFL. This is a really hard choice. I really want to pick the Bills here because they've always lost to Kansas City. Mahomes has always been outplaying, not necessarily outplaying, but his team's always been outdoing Josh Allen. But I think this year will be Josh Allen's year. I think because of everything that has happened to Damar Hamlin, I think the Bills will upset the Chiefs and go to the Super Bowl. Now, if we go to the conference championship of the NFC, this is a really hard one. As per every other one I basically said is a hard one. You got probably the most hyped up team right now and the most hated team, that's for sure, going up against the Vikings. Now, the Vikings are known to blow stuff. They're known to blow their chances in the playoffs, except for the Minneapolis Miracle. But I think that the Vikings could do it. I really hate the Eagles, and I'd really hate them put them in the Super Bowl, and they probably deserve to be there. But I think they're just the Eagles are just a little too young. I think they've only had a year experience with their QB. They just got the receiver. They're just young. I think they're too young. And notice, well, even though the Vikings are young too, I think that the Vikings can do it. I think they can make it to the Super Bowl, since I don't even know when. But yeah, I think they could do it. Now it will be a very close game. It'll have to come down to Justin Jefferson just doing something remarkable, okay? Maybe another like OBJ catch, something just miraculous like that, okay? If they can't do that, then I don't know if they can win that game. But I believe in Kirk Cousins. I've always been a Kirk Cousins fan, okay? I've always thought Kirk Cousins was just amazing. But yeah, you guys probably won't agree with that either. But I don't give two craps. So, now we got the Super Bowl. The Bills and the Vikings. On paper, this is an easy win. And for those reasons, I have to go with the Bills. The Bills are going to win the Super Bowl. Thank you for watching.